What's up, YouTube fam? So today we're going to be doing a pretty epic shave here. We're going to be pitting up two razors that are some of the OG most aggressive razors out there. So without further ado, one of them is the original Fatip Piccolo. So this is the 2000 or pre-2011 model or whatever I think it was called. It has alignment issues. You have to hand align the blade in there, which I've already done. And it is a potato peeler. And this is the OG R41. I was shaved with both of the newer models of these razors. The Fatip has a newer model that is much less aggressive. And the R41 has a newer model that is also a lot less aggressive. Those are I could do like an everyday shave with those razors. These ones are like to take down the beard kind of OG, just absolute harsh, aggressive kind of razors. So there's some technique that goes into these ones, unlike the other ones that are a little bit easier to use. So the blade of choice today in both razors are the Wismit Super Iridiums. Yeah, Iridium Super. The soap of choice today, Savannah Sunrise, pulling out an OG as well. A lot of OGs here in my shave today. This is Jasmine, Gardenia, Peach, Orange Blossom, and Honeysuckle. An absolutely wonderful summer, springtime scent all year if you like floral. It's definitely floral. It's not grandma floral by any means, but it's just a really refreshing, beautiful scent. I highly recommend. Per shave bowl, Richmond brush with the Ultra Luxe knot, which is phenomenal. And we're gonna go ahead and use a little bit of a cheater here today as well. This is Head Slick, which is like a mentholated shave cream that is super slick. And we're going to be applying this by hand just because the beard is pretty thick today. I think we'll be keeping a goatee. We'll see as the shave progresses. So this is a pretty thick kind of cream here. But this will just help. I washed and conditioned the beard before this. It's still pretty wet. This will just help give a little bit of a slickness boost at the beginning, and it's pretty mentholated as well, and a little goes a long way. I should have probably used less than that. This Head Slick stuff, not only is it good for shaving your head, but it's also really good for shaving your face as well. I grew out the beard this particular time pretty much for this shave to pit these two old school aggressive razors together. Shout out to my buddy Bram, who I obtained the R41 from, and I've had the older Piccolo for quite some time, many years now. So I'm just hydrating this, making sure there's enough water. As you can see, this stuff is top notch on the slickness scale. I don't really need more of a lather, but I'm gonna go ahead and coat the top anyway with this beautiful smelling soap from Dr. John's. This is an older tin of this particular product, pretty old actually, going on quite a few years, and still smells as potent as ever, although it is only a medium to a medium low scented soap to start out with anyway, compared to a lot of the newer soaps on the market anyway that seem to be blasting scent into your face. The tricky part of the Piccolo at the beginning is finagling the blade to be equal on either side, and I did the best I could. It's not perfect, but as you can see, they absolutely mow hair down. Obviously open comb as well. With these ones, you really gotta pay attention to the angle. Because they are not friendly if you don't. But as you can see, Piccolo having no problem. And my hair is not thin either. I love how easily this open comb washes out. Let's see here. Absolutely not a problem. So my ultimate goal here is to find out which razor I think is more aggressive. They're by far the most aggressive razors I've used. I haven't used too many of the newer aggressive razors. I've tried quite a few razors in my life now, and nothing has compared to these two in aggressiveness. There's gonna have to be a lot of cleanup as we go along here. But we'll call that good for that side. Go ahead and warm up the R41. I'm gonna attack this other side. This one feels harsher. Right off the bat. Just as easy to clean off though. You gotta watch the angle on both of them quite a bit. Obviously no problem. It impresses me how efficient these two razors are even with this much hair. It's kind of hard judging the two. They're pretty phenomenally close in ability. This one you have to watch, the R41 you have to watch the angle a little more, I think. Or it's a little bit harder to get the angle, because there's quite a range in this one, and it kind of feels like it just scrapes the whole time. I will say that they're both extremely easy to wash off. The R41 might even be slightly easier. To wash off, just by a smidgen. Neither one of them they're both an open comb like style, so they don't have like the lather holes. This R41 does, but they're not super functional, at least not with this much hair anyway. Alright, what I find to be more important is the next pass or two with these razors that will either do some damage or not past this initial shave. Man, it's been such a long time since I've used this soap. It's actually really, really nice. So both of these are like a pre-2011, 2012, 13 model or something like that. They're both hard to find now. In fact, the R41 is a slightly easier to find, and I find that the Piccolo is never on the market. Oh, wrong side. Here we go. I'll clean up the goatee lines later. I have a lot more shaves on this Piccolo than I have on the R41, so I'm more comfortable with it. All right, I'm gonna call that quits for there. I'll clean up the rest off camera, and I'll just give you my end thoughts here. So, who wins, Piccolo or R41? You know what? What I've noticed is this one's slightly smoother. This one feels slightly harsher, and sometimes that can equate to aggressiveness, and sometimes not. I am more used to this razor, and I'm still getting the angle of this one down. I got a little bit better than the first time. I did a pretty good job though. Got a little red here and there, but not really bleeding, which is phenomenal. Already a really, really close shave. I'm gonna do some cleanup and some touch up around the goatee, but you know, they're pretty close in their abilities and their efficiency. This one feels harsher. The blade angle anyway, coming off can be probably kind of hard to see here, but you know, this might be slightly more aggressive. I'm still not 100% sure or convinced which one is which, but they're both phenomenal shavers. They're both really fairly aggressive. I'd put them at the most aggressive razors I use, and you know, I'm gonna call it a bit of a tie, because I'm really not sure which one's more aggressive. They both did a phenomenal job. All right, so final thoughts on a cleanup pass here. I think it's hard to tell which one's more aggressive, because the R41 feels, the blade angle or exposure feels, I don't know if harsher is the right word or if it's just more aggressive. But I think I'm going to have to say that the R41 is the winner as far as aggressiveness goes. It's also more difficult to use. The Fatip here is a little more friendly in the use category. But that's all just getting to know how to use your razors, and I'm still new to this one. And I can say neither of them are anything like their current versions. Their current versions are babies compared to these two. I mean, the current versions are nice shaving razors, and I enjoy them. But I've got to say that these other two are like lightsabers in comparison. Alright, so there you have it. R41 wins. Cheers. Thanks for joining me. Hope you found it entertaining and useful. And I hope you have a great day. Take care.